Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Wednesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up on the beautiful Gold Coast. Of course, has been with the champions in the women's competition up in Queensland. Of course, they won the Division 1 Premiership by 2 points over Moreton Bay only about 24 days ago. And of course, they're at Yeronga because they won by the score 7-4-46 to 6-8-44 over Moreton Bay. We've got 6 of those players who played in that grand final join us right now. Thanks to all 6 of you for joining us.
You're welcome for having us.
Well, I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and what position all 6 you play on the field.
I'm Jess, and I play number 7, but I play through the midfield.
Jess is our captain.
I'm Zali, I'm number 15 and I play the ruck.
I'm Brady, I'm number 30 and I play in the back line.
I'm Chanel, I'm number 5 and I play in the forward line.
I'm Emily DeMaria, number 2 and I play in midfield.
I'm Ellen, I'm number 17 and I play down forward.
Played Moreton Bay in the grand final. How did you fare against them throughout the season in the lead up to the grand final?
I think Moreton Bay from the start of the season were a bit of the underdogs. I think the girls played them in the pre-season match, so they had something to prove this year. And during the season, unfortunately, we won against them in the first round, and then in the second round away, we unfortunately just got nipped. So it was kind of us and Moreton Bay throughout the whole season for the battle of the top, and unfortunately they weren't able to come out on top by the end of the season. So yeah.
Finished the season on top. It was actually a pretty tight top 4 actually, between yourselves, Moreton Bay, Morningside and Sherwood. It was only a game and a half. How tight was it really on the field, especially the way the top 4 was panning out?
I think it was so close because we had a lot of washout games. A lot of games got cancelled and rained out. So our points, nothing happened. So if we'd played those games, it probably would have been a bit wider margins. But with those games, it was seen as a draw. So we split the points. So it made that ladder a lot closer. But those 3rd and 4th team, we beat them both twice in the season. And I think pretty comfortably as well. It was just Moreton Bay was the only ones that got us, and that was our toughest competitor by far.
I'm assuming there was no surprise when you played the Lions in the grand final then?
No surprise, but I know it was a bit tough because a lot of them thought maybe Morningside might beat them just because they had vengeance against us. I didn't play last year. What happened last year?
We knocked out Morningside in the prelim by 1 point.
But I had to go to review.
Yeah, it was like a score review. Scores were level at the end of the game. We thought we were going to overtime. And then umpires talked to people and the scoreboard changed and we won by a point and we all ran on the field. It was wild. And so, again, they were in a prelim this year. We thought they might make it, but again, they just missed out to Moreton Bay. So, unfortunate for them, but they're still a good side. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it made us a bit nervous playing Moreton because that was the only team we lost against. Like we only had 1 loss on that whole season, and that was against them, and that was the last game we played against them.
This is the 2nd grand final in a row that you've played. Of course, we won't talk about what happened last year against the team who actually made the grand final, the QAFW this year. What did you learn from that day that you went into this grand final? Were you more prepared this time around to, to face up Moreton Bay, knowing that you've had that grand final experience?
I think 2 of our, Chanel and Ellen, had played the previous year. We've actually played in 4 grand finals in a row.
Yeah.
And the first one, Ellen and Fletch were quite fortunate enough to win that one, and then we lost 2 in a row. So I think that kind of drove us to really wanting it this year. So to have players win some and then have some go through that loss again, it kind of drives you to get that medal around your neck again. So.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to go through that loss again. It was a terrible feeling.
Neither did our coach.
It was a pretty close one. It was a 2-point game at the end. I think they had more scoring shots than that you did throughout that game. When did it get to a point where you had a chance to enjoy the moment, even though I know it was a 2-point game?
It was just like, oh,
It
so I fell to the ground. I think I've still got heart issues from that day.
It was locked in our back line, I reckon, for the last 5 minutes. It was in, and they were getting goal after goal after goal. And I think
missing goal. Thank
we were
goodness.
lucky. I just think because we didn't know how long we had left, which was the trickiest thing. But as soon as that siren went, I feel like
Relief.
Like
And
relief.
my
Oh my
partner was running for us, and he gave away a 50, like I think in the last few minutes. I was like, Tom, get off the field. I was like, this is not what we need right now.
I'm assuming that's all now. That's all been forgiven.
Yeah, we won. If we didn't win, we'd be sleeping outside, I'm sure.
I have to ask, was it a relief or a celebration once the final siren went?
Oh, it's everything.
everything. Everything.
So many feelings.
I think losing 2 years to the same side was very frustrating, and now that they had gone up a division, it was more of a this is our year. And so from game one, we were like, this has got to be our year, and we just stuck at it. And I think we did it as a team. It wasn't individual efforts. We had a few players coming and out, but it was definitely a team effort.
Yeah, I feel like I struck that whole time. I was like feeling so confident we were going to smash them. And that last quarter, I was like, we might not have this. I don't think we've got this. We don't have this. And like just that panic feeling that and just trying to just stop the ball from moving and just try to kill some time because we'll try and get it in our 50 and like the wind wasn't in our favour and they were coming at us so hard and we just couldn't get it up there. So we're like, we just got to kill time, but like you can't kick it out or anything. So just try and make stoppages. But yeah, I definitely felt relief. I was like, thank goodness this is done. I'm done.
So who got the whole of the Premiership Cup first?
Sure.
It's so good.
Okay, well, you almost just answered my next question anyway, I was going to ask, which is how good was it to hold the Premiership Cup on that dais before your teammates swarmed onto you?
Oh, I think it was a moment for my coach and I. Like Nick just looked at me and it was just like a sigh of relief because he has earned this just as much as we have. It's kind of like just seeing that reward at the end of the day and then being able to celebrate it when all the girls came in. So that was really special.
Yeah, I think I can see the cup in the background, which I'll get you to hold it for us. There it is.
Many beverages consumed from it.
It still smells delicious. Like it smells like Rennie.
Okay, so my next question about the cup then. Did any of you get a chance to kiss the Premiership Cup at any stage?
I think we did. We all drunk from it, I think.
Yeah.
We took it to out on the field when we got back to our clubhouse and sung a song again. Bess was the first one to get to drink from it, and then we shared it all around. And, we had champers. One of the girls bought some champers for us to pop. It was great.
So who was the lucky person to take the cup on the drive down to the Gold Coast?
We handed it around the bus.
Yeah, it came back on the bus with us.
Ah,
Down, up and down.
Yeah.
nice. Now, of course, I have to talk to the best on ground in the grand final. So, number one, how did you think you actually played in the grand final? And number two, were you surprised?
No, I actually forgot we got medals. I was like crying because I remembered we all got a medal. And I was like, oh, we got medals. And then I was very shocked to get it because I didn't think I played my best game. But then I swear you always think you don't play your best game and other people see what you don't really see. But yeah, very surprised. I was crying. I was like, they're like photo, and I was like, okay. Yeah, very shocked.
To the rest of your team there, tell us about her game in the grand final.
I don't even think her grand final game. I think her whole season. Compared this year to last year, even you started last year, didn't you?
No, the year before.
Yeah, so she's so new to footy and just seeing her growth. She did so good this
Oh,
year.
thank
Like,
you.
she
Go
was
again.
amazing. She was so reliable. Like, as soon as Sally got it, you just know, okay, we're okay.
Yeah, she dislocated herself with her shoulder, was back.
And her
like,
finger.
And finger.
She's back within like a week.
She's like, we should call her the Terminator. She just comes out here so hard. Even like when you're walking, girls are just gliding off you, you're charging through. Get some red eyes.
I think you just got yourself a new nickname there, by the sound of that. So I can see some of you've got, or most of you got your Premiership medals around your necks, so I think, which I'll get all you to show it to us. There it is. So I have to ask, how long did all of you get to wear your Premiership medals around your necks for, and did you sleep with it?
I slept with mine. My strap is brown and pink from Mad Monday.
Yeah, I went straight into Mad Monday, so it didn't really matter those two things.
And we just had footy trip last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend when
So we wore, some of us wore it the whole 3 days, and
I slept
pretty
with
much
mine every
didn't
night.
take it off. So it's been around.
Zoe, I need to ask you this, because you had 2 medals around your neck on the day. Did it get annoying after a while?
Yeah, when I was dancing, it was clinging the whole time, and I was like, I want to take this off, but I know the girls will give me shit for it. I was just like, dancing like this the whole night. It's got some battle wounds on it.
I thought you were just being cocky showing off your medal. I thought you were doing that too.
I was wondering what they can stick together.
So what does this Premiership mean to all of you?
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Chanel and I's 4th season now, and as Jess was saying, we've lost a few times in a row, so this is definitely the world season. So.
I think it just represents us as a club though. Like we can go into grand finals and finals repetitive every year, and that creates a culture and that creates a club that you want girls to come to, that you know that we can get to finals and also play really fun footy because we're not at the top league. So it's definitely a goal of ours. To win a grand final is one thing, but to have a good culture and to have the girls stay back, which I think a lot of our girls will be repeating unless they've got job opportunities or whatnot. Culture is definitely our big thing, and I think the medals around our neck just kind of represent that reward and the effort that we put in this season. So yeah.
Now, you've won what? You've won Division 2, Division 1. QAFW is the next step for Surfers?
Hopefully, yeah. It's definitely been in our plan from when we started the team, restarted the team in 2018. So that's definitely been in our plan and our sights, but it's just about building, and you know we still need 2 teams worth of players. So I think this next year will be seeing how we go again, building that culture and that team, so that then hopefully in 2024 we can step up into that QAFW league and be competitive. And match our men's team who are also in the QAFW
And beat Southport.
Yeah.
I've never even played them. I have no Yeah.
So how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
I've been playing for a while. I've been playing for like 12 plus years. So I've just been playing for as long as I can really remember. I just got into it from running. I was just a good runner, so I got into footy.
Well, at school, I played rugby, and then I didn't like that because it was too painful. And then I moved to the Gold Coast, and I saw on Facebook like Surfers Paradise was wanting girls to come down and try AFL, and I was like, oh, it's a sport I haven't tried, so I might be good at it.
Killed it.
I've been playing now. I got into it, my family, like all my family.
Bridie's
All my
dad's
siblings.
also the coach.
So my siblings all play AFL. I think I started actually because my sister joined, and when she joined, I was like, oh yeah, cool, I'll join too. But yeah, it's really stuck. I love it. I wouldn't change it.
I only started playing about 5 or 6 years ago when a girl from uni was like, come play footy with me. And my partner at the time, he played here. So I thought, why not give it a go, sign up and see how it goes. And yeah, I fell in love with it and haven't left.
I'm actually from like a rugby league union family. I always just wanted to play tackle football but couldn't. And I'm from Benowa, and AFL was the first tackle sport for women in my town. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a crack. I used to hate the sport only because I didn't understand the rules. And like from my very first training session, I was like, this is for me. I love this. And I played so many different sports, and yeah, especially once you know the rules. Even the first year, we had no idea, but I still loved it. Now I know the rules. It's so much better.
Yeah, I'm grew up in Perth, so I've always been overseas. And yeah, my family have always been big Fremantle supporters, so go Fremantle. I never really got into it when I was there. Moved over here about 10 years ago, and I played cricket for a few seasons and just couldn't really get into it. It was very long days, and then yeah, I think I emailed a few clubs and decided to come try surface, and that was 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, and loving it.
All 6 of you mentioned right at the start what position you all played on the field. If you had a dream position where you like to convince your coaches to put you next year, where would that be?
Midfield. I still like the middle. I just like to get the ball. I had a ball in my hands, but I wouldn't mind going up forward for cheeky goals, to be honest.
I'm pretty set in my spot. I really like the ruck, but probably midfield. Get a few little runs.
I've always played in the back line. I've always loved the back line, so I feel like I'm comfortable there. But if anything, probably the wing I'd give a crack, but definitely not forward.
Yeah, I play forward, but I'd love to crack into that midfield and really give it a go in the guts. That would be where I'm trying to take mine.
I don't really mind where I go as long as the ball's there. I used to play back line a bit, but we had like a year at my old club where like we're undefeated, and if you're in the back line, you would not touch the ball. And I hated it because I'm like, what's the point of being fit? Like it's pointless. So as long as I'm near the ball, I'm happy.
Yeah, when I first started, I started back and progressively moving my way up to I played wing last year, and I'm forward this year, and I'm really happy playing.
Now, what have all you learnt from each other on and off the field?
Have a drink.
You said it. You got it.
I think specifically this year we've kept each other accountable. Making sure we're turning up to training. Sometimes it can be a bit of you might have a crap week, so you might not get to training one night. But if you have a bad night, you can always come out. And there's a few more girls that you can speak to, and just being that outlet for each other.
I found like this club really good. Like I love my old club and my family. Like we still go camping and stuff together. But this club, like that game when we lost against Moreton Bay, like it was so much pressure, so stressful. But not once did anyone yell at each other. Like everyone's trying to lift each other up. So like everyone's got each other's back, which is really good. And never like speak down to each other.
Just a good little thing.
Yeah.
We each need to answer this next one, which is what does the sport of footy mean to all of you, especially playing for Surfers Paradise?
I think footy for me is my little outlet away from work and everything else. So being able to have the opportunity to run out on a field is, you got to be grateful for that. So yeah, that's pretty much me. It's like that outlet option.
What footy means to me, I just like contact sport. It's just a good way to relieve all the pressure and everything, take me out on another chair. Sorry. But no, it's just relief, and it just makes you feel good. Like I always get up at training because it's one of you always, exercising is such a good way to take your mind off stuff at work, home, wherever. It's just a good environment.
I think I'm a bit similar to Jess as in it being an outlet. I don't know. It's just knowing that you're training twice a week and playing a game. It's something to look forward to, and especially if our team is so close, and just knowing that you get to see your friends, and even if we have a bye, we all still get together. So I think definitely an outlet. Yeah, not work, no uni.
Yeah, I agree, and I think you said, like, especially playing for Surface, like, I'm so involved with this club that it's kind of like a proud moment to put on the jersey and represent them. So to me, it means so much more because playing for this club just feels so special, and it's just that big, wider community to be a part of. So I think, yeah, it's just, it makes you happy. You look forward to come to training and playing games, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, that outlet. Yeah, it's like, it's my life. I love it. It's just, like, you get over it by then, you miss your Saturdays, but then as soon as you got your Saturdays free, you're like, oh, I just want to be playing footy again. And yeah, like, I hate exercising unless it's like chasing after a person or a ball. So like, this is the fittest I'll be, and then, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, same. Appreciate the attention to paid and the camaraderie. We don't have much money here at Old Surface, but it's definitely got things harder. Yeah.
What will be your advice to people for next season that should get down to Mighty Surface to get involved in the sport of footy?
Give it a crack.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
do it.
like, it's so good. A lot of people think, oh, it's going to be so scary, like getting tackled. Like, it's so easy. It's not like rugby league union, you run head on. You literally running away from a person. You don't want to get tackled. And it's so easy. Like, people think it's going to be hard to tackle, but they don't understand the momentum that's happening. You just go with them. And, like, yeah, it's not scary at all. It's so much fun, and you create another family. It's a great way to make friends and just feel loved and part of something special.
I think is our women's program to recognise our Div 2 team. They're full of rookies. Like, I'm pretty sure they're all first year players. So they're all out there having a crack. So you don't have to be experienced. You don't have to know the balls. Just get out there, get the ball in your hands, run around, make friendships. And I think, I think footy is just all about enjoying it. So there's no pressure at all here.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
We'll finish off with a couple of lighthearted questions about the team. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moments on the field this season, and what was it?
It's got to be hockey for sure.
Yeah, on the field.
But yeah, on and off.
On and off.
I don't know. She's just like one of those people you can't help but laugh at, and she laughs at herself
She
too.
forgets everything. Like, she rocked up to the front oval one time, person cooling at her, and she went to the cooling at her over.
And she
40
lives,
minutes away.
yeah, and she lives north, so it would have taken her like an hour and 10 to get there. And she said, where are you all? And she's at this empty field.
And forgets her boots all the time.
Yeah. Brings the wrong pants.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we love her.
She's always been like that. Jess and I have played with her for years. Every year. She needs a reminder on her phone for bring your uniform. We're playing at Surface this weekend, not.
She's trained barefoot out here like 4 times.
Once a week.
Yeah, and in winter, like, those poor feet, we've got all studs on. She's like, it's fine. It's my own fault.
I'll go make sure I'll come up there next year to see that. So who's the comedian, the best singer, and internet TikToks?
Comedian, I reckon.
Yeah,
Dean,
Dean, comedian.
Center of attention.
Yeah, I love it. Come out there.
Well done for the job.
Yeah.
I don't think they've slept yet, to be honest.
My eyes are still red.
I think TikTok would have to be Jakaya.
Every day.
Loves her TikTok.
And singer would be Niche. Loves the karaoke.
Yeah.
Loves to take over the music. She actually brought on, we got the song, Nolsey's song, You've Got a Lift. It's sort of become, it's such a low song, but like after we lost that game to Morton Bay, we're like, we need that song, like, you gotta lift. We need to lift that last quarter try beat them.
And now it's our anthem.
Yeah, but it's such a low song. Yeah, we make it work.
Yeah, I know the song pretty well. So, any pre-game superstition or ritual by either of you?
I think I must say for a lot of us, fake tan. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Free game tan. Yeah, that's staying up. It'll good, look good, play good, you know.
That's our motto.
What are you gonna say?
I think fake tan. A few of us have sushi.
Yeah, mine's a burger. I gotta have a big burger.
And if we have a home game, we all tap the sign above the door before we go out every home game. So that's something that we always do. We always just tap that before we go out. And we have like a couple of key songs that we have to listen to. It was pretty cool in the grand final at 3/4 time. One of like our song that we listened to before every game played, and we all just had this moment of, oh my goodness, like, it was like we won, but like we still had a quarter to go, and then it was all downhill from there. We were like 20, was it 28 points or something? Yeah. But we won. We killed it.
Who has the best nickname in the team?
Muffin?
Yeah, my boyfriend. I don't know, it started off as like McMuffin. Like the bird you get from McDonald's, and then it just got shortened to Muffin. And now it's called Muffin.
And he comes to like
our dad. So.
Yeah, he comes to like all our trainings.
Yeah.
And like helps out and stuff, but he's like, come on, Mika. And like always just like calling out. You love it though. I feel like anyone else would be embarrassed, but you're like, yes, I've got this. It motivates you.
Two final ones. The next one is, did you have a fine system? And if so, who copped the most fines?
We didn't do it this year because we had so many new players that haven't really been involved with the footy atmosphere. And we had obviously the development and seniors, so we just decided to go against it. But we still called, we had like a group chat, we still called each other out every single time if someone had did something silly or something had happened. Or the few times we even got our coach to owed us a few cartons for different things.
And I think myself, I falconed myself 10 times.
That's right. Yeah. A girl even, not Oki, another girl forgot her boots to the grand final. So that was fun. And she got a big foot. Big foot. I had spare boots, so did Bridie, but I was like, there's no way you fit my 8. I think she was 11 or 12.
Yeah.
No, she, yeah, it's all right. We found her some, but they had to do like a few swapsies and
leading goal kicker, that's why.
That's what put her goal kicking on her.
And the last one was, how was the celebrations like? Once you got back to the Gold Coast, and how was the footy trip?
Oh, it was pretty quiet.
It went on for a while, a long time.
Yeah, I think we partied here at the footy club till like midtime, and then we had Mad Monday.
Some of us went out. I was rewatching the game at 3 a.m. after here. It's like really we've been in just that last quarter, being so nervous for it. And then Mad Monday. And footy trip was good. I feel like as much as I didn't think it was possible to come closer, we did again. And the vibes were so high. There's 35 of us that went to Byron Bay for 3 days. So it was just insane. But yeah, it was such a cool atmosphere. I think winning as well definitely added to that. But yeah, it was really good.
What a poor sport.
We'll go home and cry. Yeah. There's no way I was coming here Mad Monday if we lost.
I wasn't going on the bus.
I just got to go out in Brisbane.
Well, all six of you, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. We love following the Surfers Paradise team in action, and of course, been awesome to us the last couple of seasons. And I'm so glad that you've won the Premiership. Finally got there after losing the last couple of grand finals, and can't wait to come up to Queensland again, back to my home state to hopefully watch this team in action next year. Hopefully to defend that Premiership behind you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No worries, and that's the Surfers Paradise women's football team there who won the Division 1, the Premiership, only about 24 days ago against Moreton Bay at Lynsham Park in Yeronga. And of course, you want to get involved with the Demons this year, next year for that matter. We'll put all the details up on how you can go about getting involved in the sport. And there's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.